Adobe is adding 4 brand new ice cream penguins into the game soon. Here's everything you need to know about getting these pets, including a top secret pet that doesn't cost you Robux. This right here is a brand new penguin called the Choco penguin. This is an ultra rare, and to go and obtain it, it costs you Robux. As you could probably have expected, we did think this was going to be for Christmas, but no, it is going and replacing the king penguins. If you don't know already, the king penguins have pretty bad odds. Now, these things cost you 195 Robux each to go and throw one. So, to go and get a Choco penguin, let's do a breakdown. Assuming it's on the same odds, the ultra rare, as it is 87.5%. That means if you're to go and open 100 of these, 87.5 of them will be a Choco penguin. So, that is very high odds of getting the regular ultra rare. So if you want to go and get the legendaries out of this, you are going to have to cough up a lot of Robux. Let me go and do the breakdown for you guys right here. I'm going to pull up a calculator for anyone who wants to go and do the maths with me. So as you can see, the odds of a legendary are 12.5%, right? So that's not great. Let's say, for example, you want to go and get a legendary. The easiest legendary to get will be 10%. All right, so you got to go and get 10 of these. So that's 195 Robux, and you times that by 10. That means a legendary of this is going to cost you a minimum of 2,000 Robux, assuming that you have the average odds. And the average odds aren't great. Sometimes you have to go and open 20. Also, at the same time, sometimes you could get the legendary on your first try. But as we said, there is going to be 4 new penguins. But this only lists 3. So how can there possibly be 4? First of all, let me go and give you a breakdown. We're going and getting the Choco, which looks like this thing. This is the Choco penguin, the ultra rare, the 87.5% one, unless Adobe randomly goes and changes the odds, which I'd be very surprised if they did. This 195 Robux. Most of the time you're going to go and hatch this thing. It's kind of cool. It's got a bunch of like little chocolate sprinkles on top, and it's chocolate, and it's way better than what we have right now in the game, honestly. Like, these things, they just don't look cute. They're not preppy. This, however, well done. It looks cool. So that is the regular one. Now, replacing the Golden King penguin is instead a vanilla penguin. Now, what is vanilla? Well, vanilla is a type of ice cream. It's just like a flavoring. Instead of going and getting a chocolate ice cream, we're getting a vanilla one. So this is chocolate. Vanilla, instead of being chocolate ice cream, it will just be vanilla flavored. Now, what will the vanilla penguin look like? I beg it doesn't look like this. But this is what I have mocked up. So instead of being chocolate, I thought the top would be like a vanilla whippy ice cream. Instead of being a scoop of chocolate ice cream, it will be vanilla. Obviously, if it looks like this, we're cooked, and don't spend your Robux trying to get it. I think it's going to be way cuter than this. This is a mock-up for illustration purposes only, because obviously this one, they've only revealed this. They're not going to go and reveal what the other 3 versions look like until likely Wednesday. They like to leave it a couple of days. I did specifically ask Adobe if they could go and share it with us, but they did not go and respond as of yet. Likelihood is we got to wait till Wednesday. But yeah, if it looks like this, then we're cooked. But let me keep telling you what the other variations are. So we know that the king penguin is getting replaced with a Choco penguin. The golden penguin is getting replaced with a vanilla penguin. So the vanilla is going to be 1 in 10. It is going to be a legendary. So as I mentioned, to go and get this legendary is basically going to have a value of 2,000 Robux, which is a lot of money. Now, that leaves only 1 more to get. But stick around, because I'll tell you how to get one that will cost you 0 Robux, which I wasn't really expecting, but it's good news for people who don't have Robux, and honestly, I'm so glad they're going and doing it. So, the Diamond King Penguin is getting replaced with, have a guess, a Strawberry Penguin, which is also legendary. It's literally a strawberry. You know, we already got a bunch of strawberry pets. People love strawberry pets, like the Strawberry Bat Dragon. Is that the only strawberry pet we have? You know, maybe I take it back. I think that's literally the only strawberry pet that we have in Adobe is this Strawberry Bat Dragon, which I made yellow for some reason. But it's a cute pet. and they're turning basically this into a penguin. That is literally what's happening. Now, as the odds are 2.5%, that's not great odds. That is not great odds, honestly. That is the equivalent of buying 40 to go and get a strawberry penguin. So if you want to do 40 and you times it by the price of 195 Robux, it would cost you 7,800 Robux to get a strawberry penguin. Hey, and that's just for a regular one. Say you want to make it neon, 31,000 Robux. Hey, say you want to go and make that neon into a mega neon. You need 4 neons. You times it by 4 again. A mega neon strawberry penguin will cost you 124,800 Robux. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, they're money hungry. No. I mean, the game's the game. Every game has some sort of odds like this. Obviously, if I buy one of them, actually, I'm going to do that right now. There is a chance that right now, I could go and get the legendary on my first try. If I do, that would be great. Obviously, it's very unlikely. The likelihood is that I'll get a king penguin. It's technically gambling. If I throw this right now, I have a 1 in 10 chance of getting a legendary, practically. One a bit better than that. So let's do it. Let's see what we get. There's a chance I could get a legendary, but there's also a chance that most of the time it will be the ultra rare. So let's see what we end up getting. I actually forgot how this animation works. There we go. Yummy. Thanks. Look, so we got that. But there was a chance that I could have got the legendary one. So some people are going to be lucky and they'll only spend it once, the 195 Robux, and then they end up getting the strawberry. Like, statistically, if 40 people only open one, then one of those 40 people is gonna go and end up with the strawberry penguin, which makes sense. Now, what does the strawberry penguin look like? Again, we don't know. We don't have images. But what I can tell you about the secret one. The secret one does not cost you Robux, and I am so happy about this. So, recently, Adopt.me has been going and hyping up the crystal egg. It's a very interesting concept. I don't think I have any of these things left. Like, I got rid of all my crystal eggs. So, maybe I should start stacking up on these things now, because it's going to be a very difficult pet. So let me explain how this works. If you don't know already, when you go and release pets in the pet releaser, you can go and get a special egg. To go and get the final penguin, it doesn't cost you Robux. It is called a Dango penguin. It is a legendary that's going to be in the pet releaser. The only way to get it is by going and releasing pets and going and claiming this egg. Like, I'm going to go and claim it right now. Thank you. Give me this egg. This is the egg that you need to hatch. So you see this, if you scroll down, there is an exclusive pet. For example, the Emberlight, a pet that you can only go and get out of a crystal egg. Like, it's statistically impossible to get out of the basic egg. You can't go and get it any other way in the game, is the Emberlight. I think it's a cute pet. It's great. It maintains a lot of value. This pet has a value of like 12 ride potions, which is kind of crazy because it's a pet that you don't really have to spend money on, sort of thing. Like, it's a good value. Why does it look so silly when you ride this pet, by the way? Like, that's so silly. It's kind of a funny pet, and I like it, but it's not gonna get replaced. We don't know. There's a very slim chance it's getting replaced and getting replaced with the penguin, but it's unlikely. Also, I think Adopt.me would have said if they were removing their giant panda, I think they would have told us. But what actually is a Dango penguin? Well, I had to go and do some research, as I have never heard of the word Dango before. So if you search what is Dango, it says Dango is traditionally a Japanese sweet, a type of confectionery consisting of small round dumplings made of rice flour. So basically, instead of being one penguin, like one scoop of ice cream, it will be like 3 blobs. Supposedly it's going to be like 3 different like colors. Potentially it would be like the chocolate, the vanilla, and the strawberry kind of scooped into one pet. So they kind of like stack the scoops and make it into one adorable little penguin. But the fact that you don't have to spend Robux, the fact that you don't have to go and do anything that involves real money, is what is good about this update, okay? Now, a lot of the time people will say that getting these pets costs a lot of money. All you need to do is go and release comments. You could release a bunch of comments right now to go and get this. Obviously, releasing pets is kind of like a weird thing to go and do. Like, I could release this King Penguin right now and I get 270 points. Really not worth that many points for something that I just spent $2 on. But once you have released it, make sure you release the 4,500 to go and get the crystal egg. This is where it gets a little bit complicated. The odds of a legendary is 5.9%. And then that 5.9% is then divided by all of the legendaries that are currently available. Now, if we look how many legendaries are available, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 legendaries at 6%. So if you go and get 6% and divide it by 15 legendaries, your odds are technically 0.4%. Alright, so if you want to go and hatch the brand new Dango Penguin, it is 0.4% odds. That is very, very difficult. That's, again, the equivalent of around 1 in 215. You have to open over 200 of these crystal eggs to statistically go and get the Dango Penguin, which is crazy. Not many people are going to have 200 of these eggs. In fact, it's so difficult to get 200 eggs. I feel like that's practically impossible to even go and get that amount. But let's go and do a breakdown. Say 200 of you guys watching this video all go and open one crystal egg. Statistically, one of you is gonna get the Dango Penguin, which is great. If you do, let me know in the comment section. I will trade you for it. I need this pet when it comes out, okay? Because that's a pretty cool pet. But if you get that pet, you basically have just got yourself like 20 ride potions worth of value. The second this thing comes out, it's going to be very hyped up. Now, the Ember Light is still a very valuable pet. It's hard to obtain, not many people hatch it, there's no like pay to win aspect of obtaining this pet, which is why this little dude has so much value and it looks cool. It's cute, it's fun, and we all like it. Is the Ember Light leaving? I hope not. We spoke to a dummy again. They didn't mention if the Ember Light was leaving. It's very unlikely. I feel like they would have stipulated if it's leaving. So to conclude, we're getting 4 penguins. 3 of them are going to be from the Robux, and the final one is going to be obtained out of the crystal egg. So if I was you, release some pets, but please only release certain things. Like fly and ride potions don't add much value to it. It doesn't matter what legendary it is. If I go and release a Shadow Dragon, it would be the same value as me going and releasing a minion chick. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. I could release a Mega Monkey, and it would be the same as me releasing a Mega Minion chick, sort of thing. Or a Neon Bat Dragon would give me the same amount of points as a Neon Berry Cool Cube. Like, please, if you're releasing pets, make sure you know what you're releasing. And when you release a pet, you don't get it back. The pet gets deleted, okay? It's gone forever. So only release pets that you don't want. A lot of people weren't aware that when you release the pet, it gets deleted, okay? That's everything that's coming out. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe right now. If you want to go and check out another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like to watch next, press the button on the right-hand side of the screen. And to go and watch real-life content and behind-the-scenes content, press the button on the left to check out my other channel. And I'll see you there.